Hi, I'm Bir Singh. I'm from Addverb Technologies. We are an 8-year-old company. We are India's largest warehouse automation company and world's fastest growing robotics company. So idea behind Addverb. So earlier, we were working for a company in which we used to build factories which were quite advanced. And during that time, we realized whenever we want to have a very high tech, reliable equipments, we are always dependent upon Europe, Japan, Korea, etc. So, and slowly, all this automation products were converting more into a software kind of a product. So we thought, why can't we start this in India? And with this thought process, we started this company. So we started in warehouse automation, and initial few years we did consultancy. Then we thought of building our own products, and right now, we started with 4 team members, 4 co-founders. Now we have team of more than 900 plus engineers, and we have 3 offices in Noida itself. Apart from this, we have various after sales and sales office in India. Apart from India, we are present, we are having 100% subsidiaries in US, Europe, Middle East, Southeast Asia, and Australia. So through these offices, we are almost present in more than 25 countries. And as of now, 60% of our revenue is coming from outside India. So we do both kind of automation, conventional automation and flexible automation. So flexible automation is all about robots, etc. And we are India's largest robotic company. And we sell these robots, we make these robots in India and sell across the world. So our first product was so apart from software, first product was pick to light. So it's a pick assist technology. So pickers can use this pick to light, and this pick to light will assist pick to pick it faster, right? But there is a small product, but our first product was pallet shuttle, and that we use for the storage of pallets. And it basically so normally if you see, whenever we talk about warehouse, etc., we talk in terms of square feet, area and all this stuff. But with this advanced technologies, you can actually use cubic feet, right? Not cubic feet, but if I'll tell you, so normally warehouses, you see people place things up to 5, 6 or maximum 10 meters. But with this advanced technologies, robots, etc., you can go up to 40 meters. So that means you can save a lot of space. That means you can store the material in a very high density. So this is what we did. So yes, you're right. We were not the first. When I say so robots are in this world from last 60-70 years. But the robots, the kind of robots we are talking about, it's a new age technology, right? So earlier robots were when we talk in terms of moving robots, AGVs, etc. So they were basically line followers. You put a magnetic tape or a colored strip or a wire beneath the floor, and it will just follow that line. No intelligence, just follow what is laid out. But the robots which we build are having intelligence. They have capability to deroute if something is in between. They can they work on SLAM technology. They can map the area. They can localize themselves. They can take the task. And so these are advanced robotics. There were few companies, but the kind of supply chain they were having was was not very supportive. But the kind of infrastructure which we have built, factories we have, the kind of supply chain we have built, we can do it in scale. So even if you're a college student, you can make a robot, but you cannot do it at a scale, and you cannot make it a industrial product. Industrial products are totally different. Yes, our first order was our first big order, I'll talk about. It was from a beverage industry which is based out of southern part of India, and they gave us our first order. Again, it was not fully automated; it was semi-automated. But our first fully automated order was from a very big FMCG company. It's a global company. They trusted us. They gave us this order, and you will not believe me, the kind of work they are doing through our automation in India, they don't do anywhere else in the world. So right now, we make like whatever happens in warehouse automation, we do almost everything except tracking. So steel structures, etc. we don't do. So anything which is intelligent in the warehouse, we make it ourselves. So we have products which are being used for storage, both pallets and small loads like totes and cartons. We have product for material transportation, either through conveyors or AMRs or RGV. We have products for picking things, like we have our own cobots. So in this sense, we have all the products, but beautiful part is that all these products are being run on our own software. So, and that is the biggest advantage we have. So our software is quite good. We have a very good team, and this helps us to integrate all the equipments which we manufacture, or maybe sometimes we take it from somebody else also, but we can run all these things from our software. Definitely challenging part is software. Because the way businesses are happening right now is totally different. Earlier, you are into maybe you're into any business, you can predict next 5-6 years. You used to make plans for next 5-6 years, and more or less whatever you have planned, things will happen like this only, because you can predict a lot of things, but now things are really unpredictable. Whatever you think next year, something else will happen, right? Nobody thought that after Second World War, wars will happen. Nobody thought even if the wars will happen, they will stay for such a long time. So all these things has made our businesses more complex, and we need to have solution which can handle these complexities. We need to have solution which is flexible. We need to have system which can change based upon the future requirement and all these things. So in this way, the software gives you all this flexibility, and the robotic automations gives you all this flexibility. So in this sense, these two are the challenging parts, software and robotics. 3 kind of robots which we make. So one is autonomous mobile robots, then collaborative robots which are like arms, and third one is advanced robots like tracker and humanoid. So humanoid is the new thing, I'll talk it about later on. But first autonomous mobile robot, if you see, they are basically 3 variables which I need to handle. One is steering, start, stop, the acceleration and deceleration, right? Although a lot of computing is required in this also, but when we go to other robots like tracker, etc., in which the degree of freedoms are more, it need to walk, etc. So there are so many variables which we need to control. And if you ask me, I will say 0 to 90% is quite fast, and after that things start. And the way technology is changing, we need to adapt to it. The way things are happening in AI world, right? It is advancing in a faster pace in which we thought of, right? Other things are not. If you think motors are not advancing in that fast pace, batteries are not advancing in that fast pace. So to accommodate all these changes, we always have to be on our own toes, because the product has to be contemporary, so whatever technologies are, it cannot be old, right? So in this sense, the kind of strengths we are having. So first part, a 0 to 90% part, 90% part, we do it quite fast. And in terms of timeline, if you see lot of products we have converted to 90% in 3-4 months. Okay. So when I say if everything is with me, sometimes because in India our supply chain is not strong, we don't manufacture the backend parts also, so we have a dependency upon it. Suppose if I need to buy lidar, there is a timeline to get it, or some sensors, or some drives, harmonic drives, so all these things. But if I bring everything to my factory, and if I'm building a new product, then it takes 3-4 months. But existing product, if everything is with me, so certain robots I can make it in 7 minutes. The smaller bots, we have assembly line in which I can produce robots in every 7 minutes. From a sector wise, if I'll tell you, so we have a lot of e-commerce customers, right? Then FMCG companies, and so we give warehouses for factories, we give distribution centers, e-commerce, FMCG, everything we do. So I don't know names if I can share or not, but Definitely, like, we work with Amazon, we work with Flipkart, Reliance Retail in e-commerce sector. Then from FMCG point of view, Unilever, Dabur. So a lot of companies. But nowadays, like, so if you see Indian growth story, so India, like, the new energy is growing quite fast. Like a lot of solar plants are coming. Then a lot of investment is happening in battery also. So in all these areas also, we are working quite a lot with most of the players. And then we have also started working in semiconductor industry, right? So a lot of, like, if you heard, like, a mobile manufacturing is coming into India, become so all these companies, like, we are working. We can produce, like, if I have an order, I can produce almost 100,000 robots per annum. If I talk about, like, how many robots will be in use after 5 or 10 years. So the way we have mobile phones right now, similar way we will be having robots after 5 or 10 years. So maybe it's a cooking robot or a cleaning robot or a self-driving car is also a robot. So this way, like, so you will have almost similar numbers. So whatever is the population, similar number of robots you will have in next 10 years. This is what we feel. For every person, there will be one robot. Reason being, like, so if you see, labor is becoming a problem. Second, like, availability is also becoming a problem. Even if, like, a lot of people say in India labor is cheap, then why robots will come? But it's not available. The kind of scale in which India is operating right now, this scale cannot be achieved through, like, without automation, right? So all these factors will basically, like, make roads for robots and all these things. Yes, definitely robots will replace people, but you see, like, there are a lot of things for which human beings are not made, right? So robots will replace all the dull, dirty and dangerous work which is done by human beings, not the intellectual work, right? So when I say dull, so suppose, like, if we have to clean a sewer, right? Why we are sending human beings, like, even though the, like, labor rate is less, but his life rate, nobody can put rate or a price tag on it. So this way, all this works will be done by robot. If you visit any warehouse, if you go there, like, normal boxes, right? The weight of the boxes are, like, if I'll say average, it is 20 kgs, right? So human beings are continuously lifting, putting 20 kg weights, 8-hour, 10-hour, 12-hour shift, right? This is not the way. So robots will replace, but they will replace only this kind of work. Like, before 1 year, like, our focus was only towards warehouse automation. But now, like, we have started, because, like, there are a lot of things which can be, like, which we are doing right now can be used in other fields or other areas also. So now we are expanding in, like, medical robots and humanoid. So these are the area, like, where we have started in making product for these kind of areas. So we make robots for rehabilitation, we make robots for ultrasounds, we make robots for assist. Then we are making robot in a form factor which is more acceptable to human beings. So although, like, AMR, etc., in industry it's okay, it's a controlled environment, any form factor is acceptable because machines are acceptable. But in normal life, like, so you will accept things only which is, like, which you like. We are an 8-year-old company. We started with zero. This year we'll be closing at somewhere around $100 million. And our idea is, like, we want to become a $1 billion revenue company as soon as possible, like, maybe in 4 or 5 years. So this is what we want to do. And, like, it's based upon, like, if we are able to do things in a right way, because that now we have a manufacturing facility, we are present everywhere, right? And if we are able to execute properly, we'll definitely achieve this number maybe before what I am saying.